I'm very excited to share with you my new effective way of controlling my anger. Anger. If you've ever been irritated, upset, annoyed, frustrated, impatient, you've been angry. Many people are afraid of anger because it's so incredibly powerful. Now, anger is an inner teacher. If we quiet ourselves and if we are willing to listen, we will be able to understand why we get angry, learn much more about ourselves, and adapt new patterns of behavior. New patterns develop a new nature, and our new reactions can become proactive instead of reactive. In this way, we can create better ways and better choices to react to life situations. No matter where you are in expressing your anger, no matter how you've expressed your anger in the past, you can look for ways to improve and adapt new ways to improve. I'm here to share with you my new effective way to control my anger when I'm upset, when I'm impatient, when I'm frustrated. And many people believe that being angry, slamming cabinets, doors, screaming, cursing, yelling, that's not necessarily what anger is. Anger can be the feeling that I feel when I get frustrated. Now, I realize with myself when I get upset, I may look calm, but inside I'm breathing very short breaths. I'm not breathing deeply. I'm nervous. That's also anxiety and nervousness, and that's me starting to get frustrated. And I have to regulate myself and teach myself to take deep breaths and calm down and not to think about things that will make me upset. Now, my effective way is the following. So I have a situation that I get upset at. It's in my head, and I'm ready to take my next step where I can probably intensify my emotions. However, I think of it like this. So the two situations are, for example, I need to cook, and my children are being difficult. Now, what can I do? I have to look at them as two fires. I'm cooking, and my kids are being very difficult. Or that child is screaming and yelling and needing me, and I need to cook. Dinner needs to be ready. So I have to extinguish the fire in one of them. So basically, I have to turn off the oven, turn off the stove, and attend to my child. So in this way, I can only deal with one situation. Rebbetzin Esther Baylor Schwartz teaches that a person can't really multitask. If you're doing too many things, you're doing too many things inadequately. We really can't multitask. We just do many things inadequately. Because you can really truly give it all you got and focus on one thing at a time in order to really do your best at anything. So my next example is one of my children is perhaps engaging in behaviors that I don't like, and the other children are looking, and I really want for that child to to be an example. It's an older child, let's say. So the child is being difficult, engaging in difficult behaviors, and here's me wanting my other children to learn from this child only good things. And I have to tell myself, I can only focus on one. What is it? I have to let things go because it doesn't mean that just because this child is engaging in these behaviors doesn't mean the rest of my children will turn out this way, or it doesn't mean that this situation that's happening will actually affect any of the kids. It's probably just in my head. So I'm focusing on these many thoughts, and I have to tell myself, you know what? You don't make things happen. Take away one of the fires. You don't make things happen. The fact that children go through certain behaviors doesn't mean it affects others, and you just have to let things go. So that truly helps me very, very much. Another example is my spouse reminding me that I have to do something that I don't like to do. And so here's my spouse reminding me, and here's me wanting to do something that I want to do. And let's say it's relaxing, and I don't want to do what my spouse is telling me to do, and it's kind of urgent. So what I do is I have to focus on one. So I drop the whole relaxing part. Not that I'm saying it's not important to relax, but at the moment I need to really, let's say, make that phone call that he's asking me to do. So I make those phone calls, and I tell myself, you know what, Hashem, I really want a chance to relax today. You are the one who makes things happen. Please give me the opportunity so that I can relax today. You probably have other ways in which I can relax later on. So my idea isn't always the best idea. So in this way, I'm humble and I give it over to Hashem our God. I'm going to share with you 3 other strategies of how to control anger, how to control our emotions. 3 very effective ways. Now, one way cannot necessarily help everyone. So whatever works for you, do it. If whatever I share with you doesn't help you, then do whatever you do. So it's not like one size fits all kind of deal. You do what works for you. But these are 3 more ways that are very effective for many people. So whenever you are getting upset, are getting angry, you have to imagine to yourself that you are about to win a gold medal. And that gold medal is going to be yours. And the only way you're going to get that gold medal is by acting in a golden way. And that you will achieve true greatness by getting this award, by overcoming this challenge. Who wins gold medals? Most of the time we think of athletes. They work very, very hard. They train very, very hard. So think about, you're about to win a gold medal and it's going to be yours. And take that opportunity to give it the best you got. Whatever works. Breathe deeply, deviate from the situation, remove yourself. There are many ways. Another way that's really, really helpful, and I've also done that before, is writing a letter to the person you're upset about, right? And another, I think, psychologist Leah Abramov taught me that I should write. Well, I went to her lectures, and amazingly she said, write with your left hand. And I'm a righty, so she said write with your left hand and write what you're upset about, who you're upset at. And the reason why you should write with your weaker hand is because you take a longer time to write, and you eventually become calmer. You breathe, your heart rate slows down, you're calmer, you think straighter, and you make better choices. And this way you're willing to calm down, and you're going to calm down by just processing the information, processing your thoughts calmly. And you write the letter. Of course, you don't give it to the person you're angry at, but you basically calm yourself down. And sometimes we just want to be heard. We don't need anybody's advice. Sometimes you just want to be heard. The best thing sometimes your husband can do for you is, we can tell this to our spouses. Listen, if I've had a hard day, all I want you to tell me is that, honey, you've had a hard day. We don't want to hear from our spouse, go take a chill pill, or go relax on the couch, or take an Advil. We don't want to hear that. All we want to hear is, I'm sorry you had a hard day. And the third way is, imagine to yourself a cemetery, or I've looked at pictures of a cemetery. So I'm telling myself, listen, this is a situation in my life right now, or at this moment, and I'm going to take this to the cemetery. And one day, after 120 years, I want to be proud of the way I reacted to this situation. But I really hope these ways have helped you. May we merit to develop better reactions that are proactive and not reactive, and control our anger. Leah Abramov, Being and Becoming.